Let's take a tour and sea trial of this beautiful Proline 24 Super Sport for sale in Palm Beach County, Florida. If you're in the market for a serious offshore fishing center console with family amenities and 4-stroke power with 100% composite wood-free construction so you never have to worry about transoms or decks getting soft or stringers or anything like that, this is one you should seriously take a look at. This particular 24 Super Sport has received many fine upgrades over the years, and we're going to detail those in this video tour and sea trial. Starting in 2006, Proline created the 24 Super Sport, which is derived from the original 23 Donzi hull. They extended the length of the running surface in the back to accommodate the weight of the modern-day 4-strokes to make it a length overall of 24 feet 5 inches. 06 was the first year they modified the running surface all the way to the back of the transom to accommodate the weight, and it makes a huge difference in the ride. Very nice layout on the swim platform. On the port side, a handhold stainless with a 3-step telescoping ladder, and on the starboard side, this boat has the upgraded 3-rung dive ladder, which is included as well. Please note the overall condition of this boat, how clean it is with no rust, mold, and mildew. It's just very nicely maintained. Look at the beautiful condition of the stainless hawse pipes and stainless rod holders found throughout this boat. Great layout there with the folding rear seat when you're out for the cocktail cruise that does fold away, and you can put the cushion away if you're doing some serious fishing. We'll see that in a moment. Nice latched boarding door right where you want it when you're coming in and out of the water from the sandbar, and it's great that it locks. You can keep all the young kids or whoever you have out on the boat very safe in the cockpit. This one comes with those beautiful bolsters all the way around, which are great when you're leaning over the side to grab a fish. They look great too, obviously, and you have rod racks underneath the gunnels on both the port and starboard side. 06 was the first year Proline upgraded that rear folding bench back seat, and it's great when you're doing serious fishing. You fold it down so it's out of the way, and 3, 4, even 5 guys can fish the back of this boat, no problem. 06 was also the first year they moved the live well to the transom, and that's a lit live well with a blue LED light, and it's oval in shape to keep the bait fish fresh right where you want it on the transom when you're fishing. So many nice upgrades starting in 2006, including that full extended running surface for the 4-strokes. This boat is in really nice shape, folks. This one comes with the upgraded freshwater washdown right where you want it when you're coming out of the water snorkeling or scuba diving, and you also have the 55 psi raw water washdown, and the hose for that for cleaning the decks is included, as well as the igloo cooler underneath the leaning post. Huge in-floor fish boxes on both the port and starboard side, and note the cleanliness. Look at some other boats on the market. When you see owners, junk, rust, mold, and mildew, these are in great shape. And both of these are on macerated pumps, which will chomp up any fish guts that are in them. And look at the stainless hardware on this boat. It's in great shape. In 06, they moved up to the deluxe leaning post, which this boat has, with plenty of rocket launchers at the rear and even more on the T-top. Nice upgrade there. Look at the cushion work on the 06 Proline. They did a beautiful job on this, and it's just a very comfortable seat. It even has a footrest on the leaning post as well as molded into the dash. Let's look at the beautiful helm on this 24 Super Sport with the stainless destroyer-style wheel with speed knob. This one has the upgraded SmartCraft digital instrumentation, just a great layout. And in 06 was the first year they have flush-mounted space for the electronics instead of the older models that have an electronics box. Looks much more modern on this boat. Stainless cup holders in beautiful shape. Look at the switches. Look at other boats on the market. You can't even read them. This boat has a cover, custom cover for it. So everything on this dash is in very nice condition, and it is in like new shape. Little cubby. Note the cleanliness of everything on this boat. Just really nice. Looking a little more detail here, you got your Mercury digital binnacle control, your starting switch. This one has the optional Lenco electric trim tabs. You have a windlass switch right at the helm. And your beautiful Lawrence HD8 display with chirp technology has a big transducer off the back of this boat. It's really high definition, and this is one of the top models in the marine industry, as you probably already know. This model does split screen chart plotting and sonar, and you can adjust the frequency on this unit to dial it in for the depth and condition of the water that you're using to really mark those fish nicely. This one has the Lowrance LVR 880 with a Shakespeare antenna mounted on the T-top. Top of the line Bluetooth Kenwood system with 4 Kenwood speakers, 6.5 inch, and they sound great. Red LED courtesy lighting underneath the T-top to preserve your night vision, and you have LED spreader lights facing the rear for night fishing. Everything working on this boat. There's your horn. Let's take a look at the large head compartment or storage compartment on this boat that's on the port side, and you can see there lots of space, and again, note the cleanliness. If the wife or girlfriend's sick of looking at mold-ridden, disgusting compartments on a boat, take a look at this one. See the difference. Moving to the bow is no problem on this boat. Plenty of room in the side decks around the T-top and the beautiful high gunnels on this boat. And look at the beautiful bunny pad. You have those beautiful cushions for the wife and girlfriend to lay out on a beautiful day. If you're going out fishing, though, you can pull those away, as you see here, and that creates 2 more huge insulated cooler fish boxes. There's your upgraded dive ladder that's coming with this boat as well. And again, note the cleanliness of all the compartments. Very clean. That large area also makes a great casting deck if you're inshore and you're doing some fishing. Here's an upgrade that you don't see on many other boats this size. This one comes with a beautiful Lumar windlass, top-of-the-line stuff in the marine industry. Beautiful forward-facing cushions on this boat, and we have covers for all that. And you can see the cooler, again, another insulated cooler. There's just storage everywhere on this boat. Just a heck of a layout on the 24 Super Sport. Beautiful boat, some beautiful shape. There's a forward-facing LED spreader light for the evening for fishing or sighting poles or navigational beacons in the evening. Now on to one of the best parts, the Mercury 225 Verado 4-stroke with only 395 hours. Just recently serviced. Engine oil, gear oil, thermostat, poppet valve, and water pump, all done. She starts right up and has a very smooth idle, which these Verados are known for. If you haven't owned a Mercury Verado yet, there's 2 key features that these engines have that others don't of similar vintage. The first is probably the nicest binnacle control in the industry, and this is all fly-by-wire, meaning there's no cables, so the throttles and shifts are extremely smooth and precise. Number 2, instead of the typical C-Star hydraulic steering, this one has power steering, so it's like a modern car. 2 huge upgrades compared to other outboards of similar vintage for this particular boat. Let's lay down the throttle on this beautiful day here in sunny South Florida. We're going to show you how well she performs. The 225 Verado is a good match for the Proline 24 Super Sport. You'll see we're already at cruise there. No problem with hole shot, 30 miles per hour. And we're headed southbound here on this beautiful day in sunny South Florida. You can see she just purrs along. The beauty is with the 225 Verado, you get good performance, but you're also getting great fuel economy. And with today's gas prices, as you can imagine, fuel economy is a big deal. This boat with its deep V dead rise handles the chop very nicely, and that power steering is a pleasure to drive as the captain. Watch this demonstration here. We're going to lay off the throttle just a bit, and we're going to spin her around in a tight intercoastal channel one-handed as we're videotaping here, keep in mind. And this boat stays hooked up with that beautiful stainless propeller very nicely, and that power steering makes this a comfortable one-handed operation. This boat stays hooked up so nicely in the turns. It's a real testament to the hull design. Coming back into our wake, smooth, dry ride. If you're sick of banging through waves, this is one to seriously take a look at with that deep V dead rise. Folks, we've owned many of these hulls, and we're going to tell you the lineage is incredibly important to understand on the 24 Super Sport. It started as a Donzi 23ZF back in the early days. And then the extended platform that started in 06, which turned it into the 24 Super Sport for the weight of the 4-strokes, turned this boat into one of the greatest riding 24-foot boats you'll ever ride on. Just do your research. Understand this hull rides as good as anything in its class. We're not saying that. We know it because we've owned many of these models. It is one of the best riding 24-foot boats you'll ever have. Let's back off the throttle after a nice cruise. And we're going to show you, she returns to idle extremely smoothly. No hunting, no strange vibrations. Just this 225 Verado runs beautifully. And keep in mind, it only has 395 hours. It was just serviced, and it's just beautiful. Putting this Verado on this boat really takes it to the next level. With the power steering, the digital throttles and shifts, it's one of the smoothest, quietest engines you could ever ride. It's just beautiful. All right, here we go. What everybody wants to see, the 0 to wide open test to show you the performance and health of the engine. A lot of dealers are hesitant to do this. A lot of owners never want to do it. They're afraid. We're not afraid because we know the health of this engine after it being recently serviced. She's ready to go, and let's show you how well she turns up RPM. OEM spec, if it's propped and running properly, will be over 6,000 RPMs on the supercharged Verado 225, and we're looking for a top speed of 42 miles an hour, which this boat hits both of those specifications, which is flying on the water on a 24 Super Sport with the 225 Verado. Runs out extremely nice. There we are, 42 miles per hour at over 6,000 RPM. So the two key stats that this boat has, you have a 30 mile an hour cruise and you have a 40 plus mile an hour top speed if needed. Obviously keep her around 28-30 miles an hour for maximum fuel efficiency. That's the way to run her for extended engine life, but always turn up a boat when you're going to buy it to see if it turns rated RPM. Again, northbound on a beautiful day here in sunny South Florida. You can imagine being the captain, headed offshore to your favorite fishing spot, but yet fold out those seats, put the cushions in the front, and it's a great sandbar boat as well. Let's look at some performance footage of the exterior of this beautiful 24 Super Sport with that black T-top and the black decals and the black vinyl with that Verado engine. It just has an awesome look to it. For an 06 boat, it looks so much newer with that updated styling. At Wave One Marine, we've been selling boats online for over 15 years. We're proud to say on eBay we have 100% feedback for every boat that we've sold. We've sold boats all over the United States and the world, including Croatia, New Zealand, Australia, and Thailand. We make an unprecedented video tour and sea trial so you as a buyer can make an informed and educated decision on the boat that you're going to buy. If you're tired of looking at worn out junk on the market that needs updating and tons of repairs, this is one to seriously take a look at. This 24 Super Sport's in turnkey condition. Just a great looking hull. You can see that nice proud stance she has running through the water, and she rides through the chop like nothing else of this size range. Just a beautiful 24 Super Sport from Proline. We're including a nice easy loader tandem aluminum trailer that's set up for this boat, and it just had brand new suspension, spring suspension installed on the trailer too for its next proud owner. This boat's professionally detailed weekly, and you can take a look at the sides on this boat, the gloss that it has. Folks, this is a 2006 model year boat, and it is in beautiful shape. Look at the shine on the hull. We also have custom covers for the engine, the helm, and the seats for this boat that are coming along with it as well. Thanks so much for watching this video tour. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to contact us.